My name's GuykesTV, and for the past 20 years I've been a professional bike tester. And today, doing something a bit different with UK mountain bike legend Rob Jarman. We're up in the high mountains of Helvellyn in the Lake District, heading up there, snow permitting, to do not just one of the best descents in the UK, but hopefully two of them. Because the bikes we're riding today are the Focus Sam² Enduro E-bikes. So, are e-bikes cheating? No, because they let you do things that you wouldn't normally contemplate. I mean, I hate pushing a bike. This ascent is just so brutal. And yet, even in eco mode, here we are winding up it. I mean, we're working, but it's possible. Dollywagon Pike descent off Helvellyn. Here we go. And while that 75-degree seat angle and that steps might have been what it's all about coming up, it's that 65-degree head angle and that 170mm of travel, that super neutral fold suspension there. It's really coming into its own down here, because this is proper techie. It's big 4-port brakes, 200mm rotors on those MAGURA MT5s, really helping there. Quite a distinctive feel, but the power, once you're used to it, the modulation's pretty good too. I mean, I was laughing about this bike coming up, how much easier it made things, but coming down, it's been an absolute beauty so far. I mean, this has been hardcore. E-P-I-C epic with the T.E.C battery pack, and that long back end means it's not the easiest vehicle to manual. It's pretty linear. You might want to chuck a volume spacer or two in there, where that 170mm travel really is a big bonus. Definitely getting me values worth from that today. And the impressive thing is how well this Focus just hides battery and motor weight. The real takeaway I've had from riding this bike is how kind of playful it is. Even when it's quite rough play, like we're here indulging in now. So yes, Focus, thank you for what has been an epic day out so far. And hopefully only halfway through, eh Rob? The nice thing about the steps motor, not only got really good bandwidth in terms of being easy to ride, in terms of where it picks up torque and the cadence you can use with it, it's also really quiet comparatively. So you're still out here in the wonderful wilds, and the dominant noise is your tyre noise and the wildlife, not someone sounding like they're hoovering away in the background. And that's the second lap, all the way up. Treat ourselves then, we knew we had the battery life left, so we've been in trail, made things a lot easier. Walk round locations don't get much more epic than this one. Summit of Helvellyn, and the bike that's let me get up here remarkably easy is the Focus Sam², thanks to Shimano Steps E8000 motor there. Now the Shimano motor, dedicated bike motor, it's not just a repurposed lorry windscreen wiper motor, so you're getting a proper Shimano crank with you know, all the stiffness and strength that involves, replaceable chain rings, proper narrow wide setup there, chain guide, and it's just a really neat motor system as well. Not only is that, it's really user friendly in terms of the cadence and the torque it'll pick up from. It's a really intuitive, easy motor to use. And of course you've got this, the tailored energy concept battery. It's an extra battery that slides onto a rail on the down tube to double the capacity, 378 watt hours in that, and then you've got 378 watt hours hidden in the down tube battery, which is obviously the standard feature of the bike. It's all triggered through this very neat little button recessed into the top tube, and then you just go through your 3 different modes on this little trigger. Again, really intuitive to use. Go up and down on it whenever you need to on the trail. 760mm bar, 50mm stem, so fair amount of leverage there. 65-degree head angle, really slack head angle. 75-degree seat, so a really good position to be climbing from when you're sat on the nose of that saddle,
clawing your way up with the extra help of that 250 watts of power. Top tube reach is 455 on a large, so it's not mega long, but it's certainly long enough. Back end is 455, which is quite long, but on an e-bike that really helps with keeping the traction down. Boost back end, race face AR30 rims with Maxxis minions on there. 2.4 at the rear, 2.5 at the front. In terms of the suspension, the fold suspension concept makes it off the Focus Jam all-rounder where it first appeared and onto the Sam² for the first time this year. It's an interesting system. It's got this little helper linkage here which rocks that whole arm over. Very, very smooth setup, but still really, really neutral under pedalling. Really impressive. I'd say one of the best linkage systems around at the moment. 170mm of travel at the back. 170mm of travel on the fork as well in a Fox 36 performance setup. So fully adjustable Fit 4 fork there with a climb switch on the top in case you need to firm it up for climbing. Seriously stiff 36mm chassis. Classic enduro fork. But like I say, this is the more affordable of the Focus Sams. So you get performance spec fork and performance spec shock rather than the factory gold Kashima ones. But because you've got that extra bike weight behind them, the breakaway is still really, really supple on these. So you really aren't missing that factory gold performance, and it makes the bike a lot more affordable. Brake is the MAGURA MT5 there. The most powerful brake I've ever tested on a dyno. And that's how neat the down tube normally looks, just with the standard little rail. You can either put bottle cage bolts on there, or you can put the extra bone bar on, they call it, for that auxiliary T.E.C battery. Or they also do a cargo plate with all kinds of straps and different features for your inner tubes, tools, whatever you want to put on there. You know, it's a little backbone that adds a lot of versatility to this bike, and it's a unique concept for the Sam& Jam squared e-bike. You know, with the battery off it, it's a really agile, comparatively light bike. But with this on, it's a proper epic machine. For coming out here, properly rediscovering what you mean by enduro.
Weather's coming a bit, so we're not going to hang about on this one. Just straight down onto Sticks Pass. Doing a bit of mega avalanche practice. No, I've done the mega with Rob. Didn't end well. Oh, I'm meant to be commentating, all I can do is laugh. I mean, this is proper epic wild riding. No ski lift up here, no uplift. No, is it a red or is it a black? It's whichever way you turn your bars is whatever grade you're riding. Proper wild enduro riding at its very finest. We're riding so far beyond what you normally could. I mean, we've done 2 laps today. But you could do one of these laps after work, lap it in trail and boost, you know, rip your way right up here. And the fantastic thing is, you don't have to be matched in fitness. I go out with my daughter, Rob goes out with his dad, different power levels, all levelled out. Now that freedom, don't have to just go to a bike park and get an uplift, go to the Alps and get a gondola. And we've done 2 UK Alpine equivalent descents today. Either one of these 2 halves will be a pretty epic day out, and pretty much everyone I know has got an e-bike. That's what's happened. They're just riding more. Bigger terrain, further. You think e-bikes are just cheaters and mobility scooters for pottering around blue routes because you can't be bothered to pedal or put the effort anymore. Let this be a total eye-opener to you. This is getting techie now with the snow coming down. And the fact you're doing twice as much descending on a big heavy bike takes it out your arm. But that handling is so stable, and that fold suspension is just so good. So even if you're a mere mortal like me, following someone like Rob, you've got a fighting chance of staying on, even if you're not staying on his wheel. Oh, what a bike! Getting me through there. I thought that was me over then. That's a Helvellyn double, that's Sticks Pass and Dolly Wagon in just over 3 hours ride time. That's just crazy! Oh, such a good day out. It's only going to happen on a bike like this.
Yes!
Mate.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Oh my god.
Focus Sam². Check it out on Focus Bikes, and more videos and edits coming up on GuykesTV. Thanks for watching. It's been an absolute blast making this one. Proper epic.
Oh, thanks.
Proper enduro.